Hey guys, so today I'm going to be working on a look, this one right here, because even though I have filmed this several times, every time I downloaded the file it was corrupt for some reason, and I wasn't able to get a full video out of it. So, attempt number 4 right here. A different day, different month, not a different year, so we'll see how that goes. So let's get started. Alright, so first I'm going to prime my face like always, and I'm going to use the Benefit POREfessional. This one is a hydrating primer. And I'm not really a fan of this one. I mean, it's alright, but as far as like hydrating and being poreless, not really. I'm just going to add that to some of the areas that might need a little bit of help with maybe adhering foundation to my skin. That sounds weird. Don't say that. I am going to try a new foundation, new to me. This has been out for a while and I've been really wanting to try it for a long time, but I forgot to wet my sponge, so I'll be right back. Alright, I feel like the first video I forgot to wet my sponge too. Is that right? I don't remember. Anyway, the foundation that I'm going to use is by Juvia's Place. This one right here. And it's the, what is it called? The I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. And so, I guess let's just get started. It is pretty thick. I did give it like a little bit of a test swatch on the back of my hand. It is kind of thick. See it right there. Oh, and this is the $1 billion beauty blender kind of thing. I don't know. This is the first time I'm trying this too. It's supposed to be like infused with charcoal or something. Whatever. Whoa. Alright, well, would you look at that? It's gonna make my skin super, not realistic looking. Oh my god. I think I might have used a little bit too much. We'll see how far I can get this. Probably my whole face. Oh, well now. Alright. It's a little bit more yellow, I think, I feel. But I mean, it's what happens when Ulta isn't open and you can't test a foundation. I mean, I guess I could return it, but nah. Or maybe it's just my skin being blotchy. I don't know. It definitely shows a lot of texture, but that's because I put it like just the one little bit on the sponge, and I'm trying to, I don't know, maybe it's the sponge. I have absolutely no idea. I'm using 2 brand new things on my face. Maybe I should have just done a brush or something. Ideas for next time, right? I don't know. The color's definitely yellow. Alright, so for concealer, not that I really need much. Maybe I got, you know, some dark circles under here, but I mean, the foundation is really super thick, but I feel like it's super yellow. I just picked the wrong shade. Maybe I just need to try another shade or some shit. I don't know. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. And this is in the color Golden Beige. And yes, this one works for me a little bit more. So I'm going to put some here and some here. Not like I need a lot. I think that's about good, actually. For powder, I'm going in with the Maybelline Lasting Fix. I have been really liking this one, and I have a hard time finding translucent powders that don't give off a haze or like reflection that like bounce off light off your face. This one, it does really good on flash photography and all that stuff. I'm gonna just go ahead and set that here. The creases in my nose, because I crease really bad there. And then my smile lines as well. Anybody else crease like right under your lip? Your bottom lip? Like right here? I do really, really, really bad. For blush, I'm gonna go in with Ace Beauty, this one here. And I think I'll go with this one, maybe. And these are super pigmented too, so a little bit goes a long way. Going in with my Real Techniques angled blush brush. Blush brush. Don't mind me, I'm just being stupid. See, that's a little bit too much for my liking. I'm just going to try to tone it down here with the Beauty Blender. It's a little better. Alright, I'm going to go in with a little bit of contour, something a little bit, I don't know, something that might mellow this yellow out. With, I'm going to say this one, it's a cooler tone. Maybe it might work in the end. We'll see. And then for my nose contour, you know, I like to pinch my brush, the same brush that I've been using, and just go from brow down to the end of my nose. Try to go as straight as possible. And then sometimes like this, when that happens, I just take my Beauty Blender here on the, right here where the concealer side is. Just kind of try to lighten that up a little bit so it doesn't look like I've got a bump right here down the center of my nose, which I do. I do. Okay, for highlighter, I'm gonna go in with the iconic London Illuminator. This one's super easy to use. You could drop some on the back of your hand. What I like to do, I like to use a palette. Like this, a clear one, or I've got one that's reflective, kind of like a mirror. Just take a couple of drops. Oops. I used a little bit more than I thought I did. Just a couple of drops here. Maybe that's a little bit too much. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kidding. I know what I'm doing. Kind of. Pick up a tiny bit on the Beauty Blender, kind of bounce off the excess on the clean side of the palette, and on the high points of the face where the face is a little bit more reflective, naturally, I mean, is where you're going to put the highlighter. Alright, for my eyebrows today, I'm going to go in with the Makeup Forever Aqua Brow and a small pencil brush, or not a pencil brush, an angled eyeliner brush. Again, just a tiny bit on the palette. And even then, that's going to be too much. What I just poured or squeezed out is going to be a little bit too much. I'm going to be using my Morphe angled brush, like angled liner and brow. This might be the brow brush. I don't know. No idea. So I'm just going to go in here, kind of dip that a little, swish it around the brush, and then go straight into the brow. I like to start in the middle or at the ends when using the Aqua Brow, because I like the ends of my eyebrows to be a little bit darker than the rest of my eyebrow, if that makes any sense. It's like I'm Bob Rossing it with my eyebrows. Happy little eyebrow. Don't judge me. Did you see that? Oh man. So now I'm gonna apply some primer. I'm going in with the Milani eye primer, and I do have another one that I use. I don't know. It's the KVD Vegan Beauty Shake Primer. I have feelings towards that one. No, there. And you, for the next step, you probably don't need primer, but I'm a primer girl, so I am going to use it. Now here is the fun / tricky part. You could take some eyeliner and use the eyeliner to black out the lids, just the lids, and then, or you could use like a priming pot like this one, a black one, or you could skip that all that step altogether. But I like it to be super dark, so I'm going to take a little bit of this black priming pot. Even that sounds bad. Anyway, go right onto the lid. And yeah, it's a little scary at first, but don't be intimidated. And then you're going to try to blend out the edges a little bit. And it's okay if it's not totally dark. We're going to go in with a black shadow right now. With a flat brush like this one. This one is stained orange because of it's stained orange. Let's just put it that. So I'm taking this one by NYX. It's the single eyeshadow in Raven. Oh, and this priming pot is also by NYX. It's just in black. And I'm gonna go upside down like this, so I get as close to the lash line as possible, and just kind of tap the black into the black, essentially. Alright, and then you get a big scary black line just like that, and that is totally okay. Alright, and then I'm going to go into my Lorax Neon Lights palette, this one here, and I'm going to go in with this blue with a brush like this. It's kind of like a detailing brush, but a little bit flimsier. Going to go in with a little bit of blue, and I'm going to buff out the black line with that blue until you could get it as soft as possible. Alright, and then I'm going to go back with that black and touch up the lid just so I could get it as dark as possible. And another step that I like to do is take another brush like this and go in with kind of like a neutral color and go right over the top of that to kind of make everything blend together. I think I might have taken a little bit too much, but that's totally okay. Because the goal here is to blend out as much of the harsh line as possible. And again, you don't need to go out and buy all of these palettes. You could find whatever you have at home and work with the colors that you have. I'm pretty sure the majority of us have a blue somewhere, have a black somewhere. We have a neutral color. You could even use, instead of using a neutral color from a palette, you could use what is it? Your powdered foundation or your setting powder. It doesn't have to be exactly what I'm using. Okay. All right, and now with a pencil brush, I'm gonna go in with this blue first. And then I'm dipping into the black, let me put this down so I can show you. Into the black pot. I'm going right out here to try to match everything together. Okay. Now you could either stop here, but I like it taking it an extra step, so I'm gonna add like a little bit of a blue highlight in the inner corner, and I'm gonna do that with my the KVD Vegan Beauty holographic. Well, this is still Kat Von D, but the holographic palette in this one here, Blue Sapphire, that one, with kind of like one of these little detailing brushes. Just gonna roll that in there and put that right in here. And you could see how much of a difference that can make. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this off camera, this side anyway, and put some eyelashes on, and I will be right back. And I'm back. So this is the final look. It looks like it's purple down here, but it's really not. It's still just the blue and the black. These eyelashes are like the double, you can't really see. Let me see if I can get closer. You see that? The lashes are the double stackers from Ardell. And the lipstick, it's not a lipstick, it's more like a lip gloss, but it's a super pretty color, but it doesn't last very long. This is the Lip Tar by Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics in the color Lydia. I think it's a super pretty combination. And I mean, the foundation still doesn't match my neck, but if I do this, you can't tell. I'll work with the foundation a little bit more, maybe find a different shade that isn't so yellow. Or maybe I'm just not as yellow as I thought I was. That's something to think about, right? So, I mean, that's it. Ew, oh, you know what I didn't show you was the setting spray that I used. And I always go between two setting sprays. Where's the other one? So I use the Everyday Vacay by Ciate London or the Continuous Setting Mist by Morphe. I like both of them. I like how this one smells, but I like how this one's continuous. So, and they're both really, really fine mists. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one. Like you could barely feel it, but you know it's there. So yeah, that's it. The end. You know, ruffle up your hair a little bit, make it a little bit more edgy. No, I'm just kidding. I'll see you guys later. Bye.